Hello friends, in this video we will explain you the difference between an end user and a consultant. This is a very common term which is used across the industry when you talk about any business transformation project, especially in the ERP world. The users are typically classified as end users. End users are nothing but the business users who are going to be actually using the system once it is in production or it has gone live. They are the users who were previously using some other software to do the same task. The organization then decided to implement an ERP software like Oracle or SAP, and then they underwent a lot of phases of a project, like they explained the requirements what they have, they explain any kind of pain points which they faced with the current system, they explain what reports do we need out of the application, they explain any kind of government related reporting requirements which they might need out of the application, and they might explain anything which is specific to their business, what they would like to see in the application or in the new software which is being implemented. Once they have explained their requirements, they are demonstrated about the same processes being carried out in the new application. They validate yes, whether what was required is being achieved or not. If it is not being achieved, or if there are any variations they think, they explain it, they give their feedback. The implementation team, which has the consultants, they go back to their work area, they implement or they incorporate that feedback what has been given, and then they also prepare something called as test scripts. Okay, so who else than the actual business users know what to test, what to expect out of the system? So it is primarily the end users who provide the inputs for the test scripts of what scenarios they would like to test and ensure that they pass before they give a decision whether they want to use the new application or still it requires more effort to be corrected. The consultants then, after getting all that feedback, working on the new system, configuring it as per the requirements of the end users, they prepare something called as training content. The training content can be in form of user manuals, or it can be in form of videos, or it can be in any other format like, quick how to do things and so on. The users are then imparted the training, a hands-on training on how they are going to actually use the new system or the new application. Once they are hands-on and familiar, they are also handed over any kind of training content or training material which they can refer at any later point of time. Once the end users have been trained on how to use the application, they will use the test scripts or the scenarios what they had given an input earlier to test or to execute the same scenarios in the application. When I say application, in the newly implemented application or a newly implemented ERP application, once they do that or execute those steps, they will either find some kind of issues or errors which they will report as bugs. These bugs again need to be fixed by the consultant from the implementation team. If there are no bugs, which is very unlikely, or the bugs have been fixed, in that case, the users take a decisive call that yes, we are okay for this, using this new system and its features. Parallelly, while all these stages were going, the implementation consultants would have also requested the end users or the business users with a set of data templates. These data templates are required so that the business users can fetch the data from their existing system either by themselves or by taking help of the internal IT team. So they have to validate the data whether it is correct, free from any errors or duplicity, because there might be a situation if your old system did not have enough validations, you might have created duplicate suppliers, items or customers. Once that data has been provided to the consultants by the end users, they will perform the data migration activity. The data migration activity in the cloud version of Oracle is done using something called as FBDI, or a file-based data import mechanism, which is nothing but a set of processes which have to be run by the consultants. Please note that provision of data is the responsibility of end users. The consultants are responsible to upload that provisioned data into the new application, so that once you are live to perform the tasks on the new application, you have the actual data to use. Once all these activities of data migration and everything has been done, on one fine day, you are ready to start using the new application. And that is when we say that we have gone live on the production. So let me just give you a small demonstration of what an end user does and what a consultant does in Oracle Cloud Applications. I'm not going to take a lot of time, but just to give you a gist of what an end user actually does once the system is live and what is expected from a consultant.